Yo, yo, yo. Y'all hear me?
Yes,
Good?
sir.
I'm playing.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the beatsnchill podcast. It's your boy, Hometown, as the host, along with my co-hosts and my friends and the team, DJ Raul the Fool,
What up, man?
44 the God, and
You're
also Jasmine Renee. What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing?
doing all right, man. Doing all right.
Well, that sounded horrible.
Yeah.
We're going to start this thing off right. We got any announcements?
Nah.
Anybody got anything coming up virtually?
My countdown's Wednesday.
Countdown.
Hey, got the countdown Wednesday.
I forgot that you had posted some on Instagram, and I had went off on a tangent to try to like find something to show you. You asked about like who video should I check out or whatever. And I got an artist you need to check out, man. I talk about his ass all the time on Twitter. His name's Coach Tev.
Okay.
Coach Tev. I was trying to send you a link. I had to go on Twitter, search it. I went off on a tangent on social media. I forgot to respond to your IG story.
Send me the link because I gotta get my videos today.
Okay, I'll do that. But yeah, Coach Tev. Shout out to Coach Tev. Texas hip hop artist. Announcements. Do I have any announcements? I don't. Just wanted to let everybody know if this is your first time listening. Our anniversary is next month, and I know we can't really do events. Seeing that we're in Florida, and we have the highest cases of COVID.
Matter of fact, the highest cases in a day with 15,000.
So I believe we have the highest in the world right now in the state of Florida.
No, I think it's Arizona, ain't it?
Does Arizona not beating Florida?
Yeah. It's Florida, then I think Arizona.
Yeah. So we're not doing an event next month. However, I'm really working on trying to get these designs right for this merch. Having some items. I've actually, thought about doing like a little virtual concert or something, maybe through Zoom or something. Like maybe take an episode to have like cats come on here and play some shit or whatever. But I don't know. I hate getting a bunch of people together and then shit don't go right. And I'm like,
And then we look like the shitty ones, even though we was helping them out.
Exactly.
Fucking, it always happens like that.
Yeah. But yeah, August 7th is our official anniversary date. But we celebrate the entire month. It'll make 4 years since we started in 2016. When Darius was cranking with his mother at the first show.
And I was playing Currency every other track.
Oh.
Hey, man. I had to start somewhere, man. Had to get it up out of me.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah. What's the name of the show again, Jazz? What's the official title of the show?
It's the Hotbox Top 5 Countdown.
And where can we find it at?
On IGTV or YouTube on the Hotbox. All you gotta do is type it in the Hotbox.
But the IGTV has its own like Instagram, or is it your Instagram?
I use two different Instagram pages. So I use my main page and then my my brand page, the 4hot2box0. That is the Instagram page. That's also the Gmail if anybody wants to send a video. I would love for everyone to send me a video.
Videos still matter. So
yeah.
I remember there was a time when people said videos don't matter no more. Man, you don't need a video no more. Well,
I just thought it was crazy that there was so many people making music videos, especially underground artists, and then nobody's really looking at them.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Shout out Good Sense because they stay making good music videos, clear visuals with nice bars. And nobody really
True.
Those, but I stay watching.
Yeah. Well, if anybody got any other announcements, I guess it's time to get into our main music topic of today to start the show off. So we don't really have an album to go through and review specifically, even though, of course, rest in peace to Juice WRLD. They dropped his, how you say it, posthumous
album.
Posthumous album. Legends Never Die. I got a chance to listen to that all the way through, no interruptions. Also got a chance to listen to Summer Walker's EP, Life on Earth. Really thought that was pretty good. And the one that one album that I listened to, kind of fell asleep on it and cap, was the Dinner Party album by your boys that Darius is telling us about. The new jazz group, super group.
Yeah.
Knife Wonder, Terrence Martin, Kamasi Washington, and Robert Glasper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That album was tight.
It was tight. I just listened to it late, so I was high. I fell asleep.
Yeah, it worked.
But yeah. But the main thing I want to talk about, man, is how do y'all feel about posthumous albums?
It's never gonna be the same as if the artist himself or themselves released the album. But sometimes you just want the music, and you might get a track or two that bang, that sounds like they are still here.
Right.
But for the most part, I just think it's like getting their tracks off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't really have a positive or a negative about posthumous albums. They come out. It's either I like them or I don't, just like any other album. That when it just gets ridiculous when there's like every other year or every year something's coming out, or an EP or a new single, and it's just like, now y'all money grabbing.
Patrick's playing Call of Duty in a little.
I was was
I
dying.
was like, yo.
You got a headset on, man.
But yeah, I just think that's really what it is. It just turns into like a money grab after so much gets released.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, y'all gotta chill. Like, case in point, Tupac. Now that dude had albums coming out for how many years after? Like 6, 7, 8 years.
I still got another one coming out.
And I'm just like, yo. So that's what I feel like. Just don't do it too much. But I'm not the artist or the artist family, so I can't say anything about that. Right. But after a while, it just becomes like repetitive and like tired.
Gotcha. I mean, I think about it. I have two ways I feel about it. If I feel weird about the ones that weren't finished, and then afterwards people take their time to finish it, and then we have a product that's out that has had people's hands in it, in the decision making, that it didn't involve that person. If it's just an album that person had sitting ready to go, and then it just died before it could come out, and now we just got people that's like, regulating on when it comes out, but it was all done when he was here, when that person was here, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Because that person got to see the end result of at least the way the album sounds.
Right.
But if it's something where it's like, you got people that's not now coming in, like adding verses or like doing as much as they can with stems, it's like,
that's weird.
Those are ones that's like, all right, I'm just gonna appreciate it for what it is, but I can't necessarily connect with it.
Right. But how do we know if that's how the album was completed? Like,
I don't know. I guess as time reveals itself, people gonna do interviews on the album. Whoever's the executive producer or whatever, people gonna try to promote the album, and you just get more. The more fun facts you hear about the album is where I kind of like pay attention to. Not that. I guess it's one of those things that you kind of know before it's done. Like with Pop Smoke, we knew that his album wasn't done. You know what I mean? Like he was still in the process of getting it done when that happened. Speaking of, I believe the 5 people that were involved have all been investigated or caught up on.
The people that murdered them. Yeah, they got caught up.
Yeah, I heard it was like something where it wasn't like they came with the intent to kill. It was more so they were trying to rob, and then when they broke in, and whoever was in there along with Pop Smoke also was like shooting back, so it became a shootout kind of. And before his Pop Smoke unfortunately lost his life, but yeah, I just know that he was in the process of working on the album.
Yeah.
Whereas like with Mac Miller, I feel like Mac Miller finished Circles. You know what I mean? Like he finished swimming.
Right.
Swimming was good to go. And I think he finished Circles, and he had a plan on how he wanted to release it. Now, his foundation and the people that's in charge of his stuff, I feel like they handled how they released it and the artwork and all of that. But I feel like he finished that album before he passed. It may have not been mixed all the way down or whatnot, but he did what he wanted to do for Circles. So I can live with the Mac Miller album a bit different than the Pop Smoke album. And then now we have Juice WRLD's album, which this is one of those things where it sounds really good. I just don't know if this is what I'm not sure. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and it's important because at the end of the day, your art is your legacy. You know what I mean? Definitely after you pass, like all we have is what you left behind is your art, your music.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know how you feel about that, Jazz. Like, what do you think? Do you feel weird about it? Like weird about posthumous albums, or is it just like, oh, it's just an album, it's cool?
I mean, I like those albums, just especially like after they had passed away and we already went through the funeral phase of everything, because it's like basically having your own obituary at your house. But I don't like the time that they take to put things together, because sometimes it feels rushed, like Pop Smoke album, or sometimes it don't feel completed. So it's like they're good. Like Raul was saying, please don't continue to make them. One good album is great. I'm like, cool, yeah, all right. But don't like make another one the year after that, and the year after that. We're like, all right, you passed. We need some. I'm sure he would have been a new Pocket by now, or new Flow or something.
Yeah.
And just from what I've heard recently, it's like I go on YouTube, and I'm one of those type of people that I look at videos and be like, listen to what other artists said about Kendrick, shit like that. I go through that little thread of videos, and like when it came to I think it was on the album too, I believe, or it was a thing where you heard people mention, like just talking about their experience with Juice WRLD. Like, man, he was incredibly talented. This dude would rap his ass off. Like he had flow. He could freestyle for hours. He could write a hit like crazy in minutes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when I think of something like that, that makes me think of the lineage of like fast-paced writers and rappers, the Lil Waynes and the Tupacs. Who Tupac is recorded saying, "Yo, he get in, take him out. He record his verse, get him out. If he want to do a hook, the hook is the name of the song is whatever the last thing he said. We go to the next studio, he do that. So I know that Tupac, the reason why he had so much music for people to do whatever with, because his recording process was like, yo, I gotta get in and get out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He was also trying to get out his Death Row deal too.
Right. Yeah. And I feel like Wayne was another way. Like Wayne was a workhorse. Wayne was, you could see it. You know what I mean? So if Juice WRLD was anything like that, I could see why this might not be the only thing we get. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I don't think we're gonna get this is our last Juice WRLD project, just because it just looked like he just made a lot of music, especially what people say about, oh, he could freestyle for this and do whatever. You know how many things somebody might have that they ain't bounce out of Pro Tools yet of him just rapping and off. So I definitely think we're gonna hear more of him. This album caught me by surprise. I didn't even know he had one, because he had just passed away when his last album dropped, right? His last album had been out for like what, a month?
Maybe. I'm one of the folk that don't really follow Juice WRLD that much, so I can't really fact check that. But I didn't know he had a whole full album out. I just knew he had music out, but I didn't know if it was like the debut album and stuff. I just knew he had the whole shit with Sting, with the royalties on the record that he basically wasn't really getting much of anything off of, which was his smash radio hit that you could not stop hearing when you got in the car and the radio came on. But this album was cool. I enjoyed the album. I think it was weird. He had which I saw a clip of a video that he posted on Instagram. Of course, when he was alive, but he was saying, "Yo, it's your boy Juice WRLD. I'm on Instagram Live from heaven," or whatever, and they used that clip on the album. And I actually saw the clip on Twitter, I guess, before I heard it on the album. But that's how they ended the album. For spoiler alert. I don't know if there's a spoiler alert on albums, but I heard that, and I was like, okay.
Damn,
Like,
man. Hometown told us the intro.
But it was pretty cool, man. It was actually enjoyable. I'm gonna be honest, like Juice WRLD's music is not something I'm a huge fan of. Just the genre and those who are in that genre, I don't listen to a lot of those artists heavily.
Right.
I come across some of the bangers, but I don't listen to them heavily like that. So to listen to a full album, I was like, I'm gonna do it for the pod. You know what I mean? But I actually was like, man, this is pretty good. But I wasn't. I was pretty pleased with it. But as posthumous albums, like I mean, hopefully that I don't want to see posthumous albums because that just means that someone died. But like, I just it's weird like listening to it and then listen to what they're saying. You know, like this nigga was saying on this album, this nigga was saying some depressing shit.
I mean, most of the time they do though. Most of the time they do say a lot of depressing shit, and it's not till the nigga die that they be like, "Oh man, he needed help." Oh man, because that's how I feel about Mac Miller Swimming. Like on Swimming, he was saying some like real deep shit.
Yeah.
And when I heard him, like he would always say like real deep shit, especially on Faces and shit like that. He would say like some deep shit. But to me, I'm like, oh, you're an artist, so this is your therapy. This is how you go through and work through how you feel by putting it on the record.
Right.
Like, but you know, once again, I'm just a listener. You know, I'm not the artist themselves. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, he's putting it out there. So that's like his kind of like talking about it kind of thing or whatever, right? But then again, it might not be all of that. It might just be telling you like, yo, I'm continually going through this over and over. Yeah. So I didn't receive it like that until he like passed, and I was like, oh shit, it's deeper than what I thought.
But it's like, man, you know, it's hard to when you first hear it on records. I think initial thought is, man, he talking about himself, but sometimes you know artists like to take albums to take on other people's personas. Like, oh, I'm telling a story of a dear friend of mine. You know what I mean? Like to this day, that's why I be on Kendrick ass. Like, man, based on the lineage of his music, this motherfucker's a gang member, and he killed someone at a very early age, and he is dealing with that
stop
shit.
Giving these alternative facts, man.
They're
like conspiracy theory from home.
No, just say I believe. You got to start putting some shit in front of like, yo, Kendrick killed somebody. You said that several times, and then if anybody just pick up this podcast, 12-year-old Jit be like, man, they know about music, and you know what? Kendrick killed himself. That boy go straight to Twitter, clickety clack, and then next thing you know,
it's these dudes in Tampa and said Kendrick killed somebody.
So I shouldn't say that.
You should give a disclaimer like, I believe that. Because you just been saying. Also, I stand corrected. Death Race for Love was released March 8th, 2019. He died in December of 2019. So that album had been out for a while.
Okay.
So
all right. Yeah, man. That's like I said, it's hard to kind of like, cause I like Kendrick rapped about, like I listen to songs like You on To Pimp Butterfly, where he's talking about
that song broke my heart.
Like he's talking about someone like he's taking on certain characters, and it sounds like he's rapping as someone talking about him. Like nigga, just cause you left the hood don't mean shit, nigga. Like we still dealing with shit, And then he said something about, don't let me tell about that suicidal weakness you got. This and that. It's like, well, I mean, hell, what am I supposed to like? Is Kendrick dealing with a suicidal weakness? Is he an alcoholic? You know what I mean? So,
hey man, people go through a lot of shit. You got to think about all the shit we go through as just regular people, and then you add a bunch of money and other people, and then the public eye to the mix. Imagine how you would feel. So when a nigga say they suicidal, I'm never gonna be like, haha, yeah. Nah, that's some real shit, man, because niggas be going through shit every day. Like Rona itself, people like, man, my mom, my this, my that. Everybody's like worried about their family members. But imagine if you had that and then you still got people depending on you for their job because you are now a company, and then you got to do shows. People are like, oh, well, why he ain't saying nothing about like that shit compounds. So suicidal thoughts to me aren't far off from how a lot of people be saying.
Yeah.
So it's possible, man. Anytime somebody say that, I'd be like, damn, you want to kill yourself? Hey, just don't.
Juice WRLD literally said, my secret to why I'm this good is because I pop pills. And he died because he popped a lot of pills at once. Yeah. And that is weird. Just like Pop Smoke said, I got it on me. Niggas run up, I got it on me. And they ran up. And apparently he may have had it on him. But he was still killed. And it's like, it's weird hearing this shit after they have passed. Like, if it's something that they said and I'm just hearing a song that he made before he passed, that's one thing. But hearing it afterwards, it's like,
hey, man, perception.
It makes you think, like,
reality.
your words have fucking power.
Yeah.
Like, you're manifesting certain shit.
Perception forms reality. That's why I say I'm the illest nigga in Nebraska. All the time.
You said yeah?
That's why I say I'm the illest nigga in Nebraska.
You
lied about it, fool. You never seen Belly? In Nebraska. You ain't shit there. I ain't shit there. I hate this nigga. Next topic.
What do we get into, man? Before we bring our guests on, y'all wanna.
Oh, that Kid Cudi and Eminem. That shit was tight. I don't give a fuck. Nobody said that shit was that shit.
Eminem fire.
Yeah, like
I didn't listen to it. Bro.
That shit caught me off guard. For one, where did that shit even come from?
Well, he just released news today that he's coming out with Man on the Moon 3.
That I was happy about. A couple episodes, I don't know what episode we were talking about, but I was talking about how Kid Cudi was raw as fuck on Man on the Moon. I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, I thought you said you called Man on the Moon 3 is coming out. I was like, nigga, no, you didn't.
No, see, you gotta listen.
But shit, bro, man. Get on, go ahead and start sneaker news, man, so I can add on our guests, man.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so basically, the most recent sneaker news we have, Concepts. Concepts is a sneaker boutique out in the New England area. And they're raffling off some rare lobster SBs for Black Lives Matter. So these are probably going to go for the high because they're so rare. And they will be donating those proceeds to an organization called My Brother's Keeper, which is an initiative founded by Barack Obama in 2014. Basically, you can get $5 per ticket. You can get 5 tickets for $20 and 10 tickets for $40 and 20 tickets for $75. And there's an unlimited amount of entries. So if you want to go ahead and get yourself some lobster SBs, go ahead and hit up Concepts. They're giving out the green ones and the purple ones, green lobsters and purple lobsters. So if y'all want those, go ahead and hit up Concepts for that. Another app, they're raffling sneakers for Black Lives Matter charities. They're raffling off, now they're raffling off some heat. They're raffling off Dior's and Travis Scott Nike SBs. So, and this is for the whole Know Your Rights camp. Basically the same as Concepts. They want to go ahead and donate their proceeds to a Black Lives Matter foundation. Each donation of $5 serves as one entry to win as a kicks of your choice. So if y'all want to go ahead and hit that up, this movement is going through ELBI, E-L-B-I. So go ahead and Google that. And Off-White Jordan 4s are coming out.
For the women's, right?
Yep, but they finna be men's when I cop them bitches. Shit, shit is dropping. This is probably gonna be the first shoe that I'm like, I don't care if it's women's or not. So they finna be dropping. We know the vibes. They finna be hard as hell to get. They drop on the
cute as hell.
That was Jasmine, just to let y'all know. It was not me. But they hard, man. They all like cream white. Y'all seen the images. I don't have to go through it. But they come out on July 25th and they retail for $200. In other news, Atmos which is a sneaker boutique based out of Japan, and then they came over here to New York. They've been pulled up for being like super racist. They've been pulled up. Their Harlem store. This Instagrammer named Kick With It. Kick It With, my bad. She went ahead and was pulling up talking about, hey, y'all was paying blacks and Hispanics less money. It wasn't even equal pay. And y'all store is located in Harlem. What's up with that? She really just started like getting at them like heavy. And that Atmos ain't even back down. They didn't even hit the whole like, oh no, we didn't do that. They basically just said like, oh, we're sorry. We did some wrong things. We hired a new HR manager. They made a whole email address to go ahead and so people can email them like any changes y'all want to see. Y'all just let us know, hit us up. So one time for Atmos being trash and trying to fix it, but you already know how it is. It's hard to come back from doing the black people wrong in this point in time. The alternate grapes, the all purple Jordan 5s, those things got pushed back. So they'll be, well, didn't they get pushed back? Yeah, they got pushed back, but they already dropped. So that's that. As far as shoes coming out, then there's some new Vapor Maxes coming out, which are basically the Air Maxes. So those are coming out this month. As far as anything else that will be dropping this weekend, oh, shout out to our hometown for getting his 11 Concord lows through the app.
You know what I mean?
Got his Concord lows through the app. So shout out to that, man.
People. You know what I mean?
He said everybody else is beneath me. But yeah, on July 16th, they got the low black and cement 11s coming out. Also got all the space hippies coming out. Those are basically Nike shoes made from recycled materials. And then they got the black and yellow Jordan 12s coming out on July 18th. And on that same day, the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Zions come out. So they're basically like all gray with a black stripe with the clear sole. But other than that, y'all just stay tuned with I Like Your Shoes on Twitter and Instagram. I'm always posting new stuff, videos in the midst of production. With all this new being racist against black stuff from the sneaker stores. That's more info for the video that I can't hesitate to not put in. So I got to go ahead and put that in. But yeah, you guys will see it. And I'll let
Appreciate
y'all
the
know
news, brother. So we're going to bring on our guests. You know what I mean? Make sure we get the sound right. Can
you hear me?
Yes, you hear us? You hear me?
I do.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
Cool.
What's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's welcome our special guest to the pod. Very first time. Our second guest, COUTURE. Everybody welcome COUTURE to the podcast.
Let's go!
What's happening?
What's up?
Not much, you know. I'm over here wolfing it up. You know what I mean?
I know. I see you.
I can't shave all my hair off.
He said, check. Yes, you are.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, quarantine. Kind of. I ain't really quarantined. I just.
You have family on here. They tell the truth. If it was somebody else, they'd be like, "No, you look all right." Tika was like, I see over there being nappier than a bitch.
Okay. Like that. Shit. How you been? What's been going on with you?
I've been good. This is really something out of the norm. You know, this is a new norm, doing stuff like this, and you know, from going to doing like shows every other weekend, just being home.
Ooh,
I'm not used to it though. Huh?
So, she flexing.
No.
Shows every other booked up. You know what I mean?
That calendar, I couldn't even put a sticky note in that bit.
Yeah, blank.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel you though. It's definitely. I hate to call it the new norm, but I guess It is
You gotta
what
wear a
it is.
mask everywhere you go. Like that shit ain't
Right?
going nowhere. They finna
Yeah.
open up school too. I'm like, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I'm just finna get the Rona. And
Yeah,
that be
I
that.
never thought about that. Like, man, you gotta. Damn,
Yeah.
Raul.
Yeah, I gotta go back to school to hey,
Crazy.
Get your affairs in
Damn.
order, my nigga.
hey, it's cool. I'm gonna be quarantining still. It's all good.
So T, you're our second guest on our pod. We've been on Zoom chat for the past few episodes, and just want to kind of know. We realized that even though we can't go nowhere, you still been doing your thing online with releasing your COUTURE radio volumes, doing DJ sets, being on some shows, radio shows. Like, how has that experience been now that we're in this pandemic? Like, how's that been for you?
I think it's kind of cool though, that people found some kind of way to still interact with people with not being face to face. Because, like I said, I don't know how long this is going to be like this. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Right.
But I think it's pretty cool that people found something good out of what's going on, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, like, outside of like managing or whatever, like I really enjoy listening to the COUTURE radios, the series. Like, I really enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that I feel like people have always been putting out mixes.
Yeah.
And and some have been good, some have not been that good. I feel like yours have been really, really consistent. And I don't know if it's been on purpose, but I just feel like it's been very like fitting every month. I feel like it's very fitting every month. And I just personally just really enjoy it. It's something that I put on when I'm in the crib, relaxing, you know what I mean? So I know that you as a DJ isn't your only outlet of creativity.
Right.
I know you just, if you hear noises, that is Pat playing Call of Duty in the living room, right? He had headset on, so he don't know his volume,
Okay.
You don't know
But nah, so seeing that I know you do photography, I know you do your own graphics when it comes to your work. So like, as a creative or in your process, like where do you begin when it comes to all of that? Like what do you have something that, all right, I'm doing this first, then everything else comes second? Or like, how do you navigate through that?
As far as COUTURE radio goes, I always find myself doing the graphics first. Just because even though I'm centered around like no theme, just like sometimes I want to do a theme. Just, like I think for a certain month, if I'm like listening to a specific sound, I want to give y'all that. So a few months I might have a theme, a couple I might not have a theme, but I think the smart way for me to go about is doing the cover first. And then usually when I'm looking for tunes, I usually make like private playlists.
Yeah.
That's how I organize my songs. But I think what I found myself doing first is the cover art. Because I feel like for me that's important. I'm a visual person and I feel like people like to see that.
Right.
And yeah.
I think that's interesting because like me as an artist, right? Like if I'm working on an album per se, right? I of course I would have images in my head. Like I can't help but attach images to certain vibes that I want to go with. But a lot of times, just based on mixtapes or albums that I've done before, I've always tried to finish the music first, and then that last process is, all right, what's gonna be the artwork? We're trying to figure out the artwork at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so do you feel like when you work on the graphics first, you feel like that helps you navigate, like, all right, I kind of see like how I want to start this off and how I want to end it? Yeah.
For me, it kind of gets like when I'm finished with the artwork, I necessarily don't finish it. I kind of just start it, just to see like where I'm going with it. But it kind of gets me excited to mix. So let me tell y'all, mixing can get very stressful. I've had that very first COUTURE radio. I've recorded it like, I've recorded it like 20 times. Like, I'll start something, I'm like, nah, I don't like that. So then I'll start over. or I'll kind of like, you know, try to finesse the mix, try to like fit in where it was supposed to go. But I mean, lately it has not been stressful at all, which I think I'm getting used to doing it. I think that comes with consistency. But I feel like as far as the graphic goes, it kind of excites me to start mixing. So I think that's why I kind of do that first.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I mean,
what about?
I guess I can see that. Like now that you say that, it makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, so why the shit fits so well. I used to be like, God damn, she got the artwork. She found a perfect song. She found the perfect picture to match all these songs. And I was like, damn. But yeah, okay, giving up the game. What about when you like get like stuck? Like you know you want to make a mix, but you like, what am I make? And then like you just stay there. What gets you out of that?
For an example, the recent mix that I just did that was like a world theme. I felt like a lot of people aren't kind of in tune with music not from the States. So I was like, you know what? I could do a mix. I could do a regular mix with some regular American songs. But let me do something out of the norm. And I feel like me going outside of what I usually listen to, that kind of excited me as well. But because I was stuck. I didn't know what I was going to do for that mix. It was for a collective out in South Carolina. I didn't know what I was going to do, but he really wanted me to do a mix. So I was like, okay, let me think about something. I created the artwork first for that one, and that's how I came with World. So I think with all my mixes, I start off with artwork first, and then I get to mixing. But I think when I get stuck, that's when I want to do a theme. Because I typically don't do themes, but when I feel like I don't know what I'm going to do, that's when I go with a theme, if that makes sense.
Did the collective want something specific, or they just wanted something?
Not at all. They just wanted something. They didn't want anything specific. They just wanted me to do something.
That's tough.
Okay. Yeah. Is that how you prefer, like, do you prefer most, like, I guess, collaborations or opportunities with another entity to go about, like, hey, we trust you, do your thing, or do you prefer more input?
I think with this one, it was kind of weird because usually they would tell me, like, if I'm collaborating with, I just did one with this collective in Pittsburgh. Their name, Make Sure You Have Fun. They kind of like told me what they wanted. So it's kind of like different for this one because they didn't really tell me. They were just like, we like what you do what you want to do. So I think I kind of like that more because they don't know what I'm about to give them. So they're kind of like, oh, we're excited. We want to see what you got. And they actually really loved it. So I think I kind of like doing my own thing, like them trusting me to do my own thing.
Right.
So, yeah. And as far as like working, go ahead. What happened?
I said, that's always the way to go when they can't, they be like, oh, you want this? When people tell me they want, like, we want to hear this, I'll be like, all right, let me see if my schedule's open, and I just send it to another.
Yeah. And like when you think about it, I feel like if someone's coming to you, wanting you to do something, it's they want you to do what you do. They're not going to tell you what you want to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, yeah. Wow, man.
You're a bit animated, you know what I mean? But that's tight. I want to ask though, like, so lately, have you been receiving, or have you ever received like the shameful requests from rappers, like, hey, like, man, put my song on that bit, like that shit, it makes it hard as a bit, like, you put my song on that bit.
No, but I think at some point when I do feel stuck, I think I'm going to do like a people's choice. Is that what it's called? Like a people's choice edition where they like kind of request songs. I usually don't request songs, and I feel like as DJs, that's something you just don't do because people have different tastes, and if it's not to your liking, you're not going to play it. But I'm still thinking about it. I don't know if I want to do it or not, but I haven't had that happen yet. And I'm waiting on the day. So I could just be like, I'll give it a listen, but I don't know if it's going in there.
You keep waiting on that day because this is a terrible day. They be rolling up on you on side. No, I got something on the junk drive you need to hear. And I'd be like, no, I'm in the middle of doing whatever I'm doing. Come on, man. If I throw a little something to you and I'm like, Hey man, I ain't doing that right now. I just gotta be like, it's terrible, man. It sucks. So you lucky people ain't coming up to you like that. Just keep it that way.
Damn. Well, I want to ask. So, like, I know that right now. I feel like you're definitely in your bag right now. Like, you're so far in your bag right now, and I think that you have so much potential to do a lot more things when it comes to DJing. Has the term production gotten into your mindset? Have you thought about that?
Of course I have. I honestly, in the beginning, I didn't even want to DJ. It was just something that I was fooling around with. I was so stuck on production, but I just knew that it wasn't gonna come as easy as DJing. So that's why I kind of started figuring out and teaching myself DJing techniques and stuff. But I tried to pick up producing, and it's not easy. It is not easy at all. So I kind of put that on hold for a little bit, but I would love to revisit again. But I just know that it's time consuming.
I had a horrible time starting off trying to start producing, and I left that shit right there in that one day. You know what I mean? I know Jazz starting producing. She tried to get in her bag, and I was, hey.
More power to you.
Hey, you know what I mean? I write this verse down. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That shit is hard. You know what make it worse? When you see a nigga like Kenny Beats make a slapper in like 30 seconds. You be like,
he make it look so easy.
Just copy and paste. He could get the melody and copy and paste through an 808, hi-hats, snare, clap. I'll be like, God damn. And that shit be hitting.
Yeah. I feel like it's fake. I don't care what you say. He ain't making no goddamn. Hell no. It's edited, okay? Fuck that. Like, I purposely want to just be on the show. Like, I ain't got to be the nigga that's rapping on the show. I just got to be like the.
You want to be the nigga in the back smoking weed,
so I can just be like, I knew that nigga ain't make that shit 10 minutes. Once I, then I could be going about my life. You know? Well, shit. Well, what are some? Is there a particular like genre that like is your favorite right now? Like, do you have a favorite genre right now when it comes to your mixes, or just some outside of your mixes, maybe?
Considering the recent mix I just did, I think World. I've been tapping into a lot of artists from Nigeria. Like, if y'all don't know, Nigerian artists like Santi, Jules, Burna Boy.
Mm-hmm.
I love that sound particular. Jazz has been really it for me lately. Yeah.
Who you I think in the jazz world?
If I don't know if you've listened, I think you have. I want to say it was 6. Considered it was 6. Was for the Black Lives Matter one. Mm-hmm. I think that Black Music Month. That was the one. I think I tapped into a lot of jazz for that one. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like in this time, I don't really feel like listening to a lot of like hype stuff.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, if it comes, a lot of releases that's been coming out, and I've been listening to it, but like I always find myself turning into like artists like Karamban. I love Karamban. That album was amazing.
Right.
And I'm just waiting for them to go on tour and stuff. So, yeah.
You're waiting for a minute with that Rona out there.
Yeah. I don't know when that's going to be, but I don't know. Maybe 2022.
I don't know, man. I'm waiting to go to a show, man, but I'm really, at the same time, I'm not. I'm just like,
I can't wait, but I can't wait.
Yeah, same here. Same here. And have you got hit up by anybody like in this climate right now? They're fucking like, hey man, you want DJ? What you be saying? You keep it political? You be like, oh, I have a birthday party. My little brother is turning 8, so I can't do it. Like, what do you say?
I'm just like, due to what's going on, I'm not DJing right now.
I mean, I ain't mad at it.
Like, do you know there's a chance that we can all get corona?
Yeah, and it's Florida too.
But,
yikes.
Right. We're like, I'm embarrassed how up there we are. I'm seriously embarrassed.
Yeah,
Like,
I
dang,
seen
you
that. I
people
seen
think we're
that
crazy
15,000
here.
in a day. I was like, oh, 15,000 in a day. Oh man,
That's
it's terrible.
embarrassing.
Yeah. Now I seen you had a collab with Never Say Ruin.
hmm
How'd that come about?
So let me say this. I feel that since quarantine has happened and like the whole pandemic, I've been connecting with a lot of people on like SoundCloud. Like SoundCloud has been, this is the most SoundCloud has boomed in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have been finding me through SoundCloud. And I've recently connected with a DJ from St. Louis. She collabed with them, and that's how they found me. And it's kind of like a, circle of connections. But that's basically how it happened. And a lot of people are finding me through SoundCloud. So, yeah, SoundCloud is booming right now.
That's crazy. I feel like people was kind of like going away from SoundCloud, or like people have just been promoting to go to other things, as if like SoundCloud is like old now.
Nah, the niggas that know, they know SoundCloud is where it's at. Because that's why when Chance was like caping for SoundCloud, niggas like me was happy. We was like, oh yeah, because when we getting like some like singles kind of shit and any kind of like remixes and stuff, those are big on SoundCloud. You can't find those anywhere else. Yeah. And these little YouTube outlets that try to like get them all and put them all on their page, they don't be having everything, because a lot of these artists don't even want their stuff to get out there like that. They be real secretive with it, and they'll like throw it on on a selection or whatever, like a real quick, like a throwaway, and they won't have it out there like that, but they'll have it on SoundCloud, because mainly SoundCloud can't get ripped. But
even Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Bandcamp.
I done found plenty of people on Bandcamp.
Yeah. I definitely seen that. I feel like Bandcamp is like the monetization platform of like SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, because I still got the app on my phone, because I feel like more independent artists, they post their stuff like that on Twitter, and I would hate to take it to the internet browser. Just take me straight to the app. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So I keep it on there, because I feel like I use SoundCloud for more discovery, whereas like Spotify, Apple Music, and all of that is more so for like more mainstream releases and whatnot. But even then, to kind of go back to like the genre, is there a particular genre that maybe you haven't put in your mixes yet that people would probably be surprised by that you listen to?
I pretty much listen to everything. I've done a house mix. I've done a dance mix. I haven't really done like a party one. Like usually what I go for when I'm doing shows for Beats and Chill, I go for like party music. I want to see people dance. So I typically haven't done one just for that, but people know that I listen to it. I feel like I tapped into everything, but of course I find new music every day. So I'm just waiting to put the people on.
That party mix is hard when you like doing it by yourself.
Right.
Because when you doing a party mix as a DJ, you don't know it's a party unless you see people turning up.
Right.
But when you by yourself in the house, you're like, I'm gonna play this. Ain't nobody around to like impress.
Right.
So I feel what you're saying, like a party mix, because I haven't done a party mix either. It's either like trapping, rapping, chill. I do a little up tempo mix or whatnot.
Right.
But as a specific party, like, radio station 5 o'clock bomb type shit.
Right.
I haven't done. That's, to me, that's like the most, even though it's supposed to be easy, you just play a bunch of top 40 songs, but it's difficult for me, because it's like,
I feel like I get bored because I already hear it on the radio. I'm not trying to mix it, I don't know.
Most definitely.
I like doing the sounds that people haven't heard of, artists that people haven't heard of.
That's what a DJ do, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question that you and Raul can answer, since both of y'all are DJ. When it comes to, because both of you guys are DJ at Beats and Chill and just other events as well. Like, is there certain things that like people in attendance that you may see that may throw you off during your set? And that, like, are you ever sitting and looking at the crowd and you see somebody that's not in tune just as everybody else? Are you like trying to win that person over, or do you just like, whatever?
I'll let you take this one first.
I was gonna say,
I'll let you take this one first. Go ahead. Ladies first.
To be honest, I'm not trying to, boost my head up, but I've never seen somebody that, just standing there while I'm DJing. Typically, I don't look up as much when I'm spinning because I'm perfectionist. I'm not trying to like slip or something like that. But I haven't seen that. I haven't. I think when people see that a female is going to be up there DJing, they're like, oh, she about to play some R&B. She's not about to get everybody hyped. But I haven't seen like, somebody just out of tune when everybody's over there turning up.
Your turn.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, man, because like I've seen it before, and it's usually at Beats and Chill, because Beats and Chill is like, for those that don't know, it's like a lot of skaters go there, and sometimes you have a lot of older skaters.
Really?
So yeah,
I didn't know that.
So as like, sometimes you got them older skaters that be there. They want the 4/4 special, the boom bap. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
So they want that, or they want like the 08 run of like Currency and shit like that. They want like that, like smokers music. So when everybody's performed and it's time to like turn up and like get live, like I'll be playing that and they'll be kind of chilling. So you might throw a one-off of like some Run the Jewels or something like that in there for them, or some Wu-Tang, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, they'll turn up to that. So I give them what they need on the side, but mainly I'll just be trying to like please the core, because everybody's trying to dance, drink in their hand and all that. Because we're trying to bring them back to Beats and Chill. But I'll still go ahead and give them a little something just because like they was there in attendance.
Okay.
And I'm glad, T, that you clarified, like you said world music, because I know everybody was thinking Chris Brown and Pitbull.
Are you serious?
Down in New York City.
Oh,
I know they were thinking that immediately. Because that's what world music is. Like when Usher did, like Pitbull, when Usher was doing his little run of that music that sound like that, like that's what I guess society or mainstream classifies as world music. That shit Pitbull be doing. Which Pitbull, shout out to Pitbull, he killing it, but that's not the world's music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you clarified that. You said it's straight from Nigeria. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that real like ballet Brazilian. I want y'all to feel like y'all on the island. You can't go anywhere right now, but
yeah, take them there. I feel you.
Authentic, exactly.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Well, what plans do you have coming up to wrap up 2020, or just any time when we open back up? Like, what's your upcoming plans? Or at least what you want to reveal?
2020 is wrapped up already.
I'm trying to tell you.
What we got for 2021?
Honestly, it might not seem like it, but I've been going with the flow. Every day it doesn't even feel like a weekend anymore. Every day it just feels like every day. So, of course, continuing COUTURE radio, maybe a few more collabs here and there with different people from all over. Right. And that's really one of my goals, just touching other audiences from not just Florida and like South Carolina and Pittsburgh, and just collaborating with more people. Maybe tapping into a few more graphic designs. A lot of people have been asking me to like open my services up to the public, so hopefully we can get that going. And I've literally been going with the flow. It's kind of like uncertain, but not really in a way.
Yeah.
But definitely just been going with the flow.
Okay.
I wish I could shoot, but I'm not trying to, I'm trying to.
Tell that to fucking Darius over
He been doing his thing. Tyree too.
Yep.
Oh, shooting.
Boys be out there with their hazmat suit shooting everybody out. Like, yo, yeah, the game don't wait.
Right? I'm too young. I'm too scary.
I feel that. Yeah. So, as far as like gigs and whatnot, like it's still weird to see people putting out flyers.
You see that?
It's weird, and I'm trying. Like sometimes I get sucked up in the conversation, like, "Yo, bro, we're trying to do this," and I'm like, I can't do it.
I don't even feel comfortable talking about it.
It's weird.
Like you're what?
But as far as like live streaming, you know, I know we had you on our live stream. I think it was like a month ago. We had you on our live stream. Like, how do you feel moving forward? Like, do you think there's going to be something that's going to be part of like a routine of yours, like something that's going to be normal for you, or is that something you're trying to get away from?
I would love to get away from it, but you know, I like to seem active on social media, and I want people to see more than just me mixing. So I believe when I was on live stream with Beats and Chill, it kept kicking me off. Yeah. Because it kept recognizing some of the music that I was playing, because I wasn't playing like flips or anything. I was playing like, you know, regular like, mainstream music. Right. So it kept kicking me off. So I was like, all right, I don't know what's going on, but I can't do this. Right. So I've been seeing a lot of DJs switch over to Twitch, and the aesthetics with that, I think, is something that I'm looking into. And doing that with other DJs as well. Because I feel like sometimes with live streams, it kind of gets boring with yourself. And if you interact with other DJs, it kind of like brings that excitement. So,
No, that's true.
There's only Instagram Live.
You can like watch somebody like on the turntables.
Right. It's not the same.
If it's more than one, I think that's why like those recent verses have been a little bit better, because it's both of them right there, like interacting with each other. So
really?
Definitely, like
they've been in the same room.
Fab. It was like right there in the same room. Dog, you really that Rona got you shook for real, huh?
I'm telling you.
They be in the same room. But nah, like I definitely feel you. What to date? What has been the best event? Like the best event you DJ'd, the one you had most fun at?
I can always say all the Beats and Chills I've done have been fun. I just feel like there's like a different energy than my other shows that I've done that I like receive from there. And you know, energy is everything when you up there spinning. Yeah. So
good answer. Good answer.
But to second that, I think Chicken and Beer in Orlando.
Oh, man.
Has been one of the best shows that I've DJ'd at.
I've been wanting. It's like I've been wanting to go. I feel like they throw all the events on like weekdays.
No,
I swear they be doing on Saturday, Thursdays, and Fridays. But then maybe that's just me lying because I don't want to drive to Orlando. But
it's always on a Saturday.
But I feel like the next time they throw one, of course, when Rona's done, I'm sliding out there, bro. Like, I'm sliding.
Let me know.
Them shits look good, bro. On Instagram, like, all I do is see the recap videos and pictures and stuff. Because we done had, like, the people who throw it, we done had a few of them on Beats and Chill before. You know what I mean? So we done had them down here, but it's like, man, every time I see pictures or I see recap videos, I'm like, man, that shit like it was a good ass time.
Recap videos, man, those sound nice. Inside joke for Beats and Chill person.
We had a recap video, you know what I mean? We had one for December.
We had one for Ladies Night.
And we had one for Ladies Night. It may have been 20 seconds.
You know how long Beats and Chill? Hey, wait. I'm talking to T. You know how long Beats and Chill been in? You know, we've been doing our thing.
This is going on the 4th year, man.
How many recap videos we just said we had? All right. But I'm glad we upwards and onwards. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you know,
Better late than never.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. All right, second part to the question: what's the worst event you DJ?
Why y'all gonna be?
I'm just playing.
I was getting ready to answer it.
Unless you're gonna say it
real anonymous.
All right, go ahead. What made it trash?
Yeah.
Let's
Just
put it on that.
tell us
What
about
made
the
it
experience.
Let me think. I don't know if this is safe to answer the question.
Safe space.
Okay.
Safe space. We all black, strong.
I wouldn't say I had like a worse experience, but I think when people select DJs as like background music, I don't really necessarily like that. It's cool because I'm like, I'm getting paid. It's cool to get paid, but
yeah,
like I said, I like energy. If I see you dancing, cool. I'm doing a good job. But when I just see people walking around, like, minding their business,
should be like a waste of time.
Yeah. I'm like, what am I here for? I could have made a playlist.
Basically.
I could have made a playlist. But
Amen,
I mean, it's cool. I got paid. Not to throw a specific event out there. I'm just talking in general.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I definitely feel you.
But yeah.
Any new equipment you looking at getting, or you rocking? Matter of fact, what do you DJ on for the DJs out there that want to know how she getting down? What are you using? Turntables? Using a controller? What you doing?
Controller. I have a 4-deck Newmark Platinum mix track.
Platinum, ladies and gentlemen.
Just a specific name if y'all want to purchase one. But
what you looking at getting? You looking at stepping up from that to get something else?
I just got that not too long ago before we went to Art Basel. Because my controller was like one of the beginner controllers, and that was gifted to me. So I didn't want to be like, oh, I want that. Yeah. I didn't want it. I didn't know no better at the time. So, and I that was my first time learning with a controller, so it was very useful. But I had got that controller before we went to Art Basel, but I need speakers. I don't have like speakers I can travel with. And I feel like some people, whenever they want to book you for something, they think you're supposed to bring everything.
Oh yeah.
But,
Ain't that right, hometown?
I mean, I get
Aside
it,
from that. Yeah. No, I feel you. I definitely feel you.
I get it. Ain't nothing like having your own stuff.
Yeah, it is. Like after a while, it pays for itself. It will.
You're right. Exactly. Right.
What do you use? You use Serato, using Record Box, Virtual DJ, what?
What's Record Box?
Box. They got a bunch of programs out there. Serato, Record Box, Virtual DJ. What's the other one? Tractor.
I've heard of Tractor.
But yeah. I think Record Box is usually packaged with Pioneer Decks or whatever. Or you could download it on its own. I think Newmark has one too. Newmark has its own specific. I forgot what it's called, but
yeah.
So if y'all trying to be like COUTURE out there, ladies and gentlemen, get you a platinum. What's it called? Platinum Newmark.
Platinum mix track.
Platinum mix track by who? Newmark.
So,
get you a platinum
4-deck
mix track 4-deck by Newmark with Serato. As far as your grades, you're gonna have to build those on your own. But get your skills right with the platinum mix track, 4 decks, not 1, 2, 3, but 4 decks with Serato. If you want to sound like her, but you gotta work for that.
Right.
Damn. Is there do you think in the form as a DJ, do you think that you could be like a DJ for an artist?
I've had that question before. I would say yeah. I think I would have to. I don't think it could be just anybody. Like, hey, I want you to be my DJ. Like, I have to listen to you. Like, I have to not like some fangirl type shit, but like, you get where I'm going. Right. I have to be able to like enjoy the music. I'm not gonna just DJ for somebody that I don't even listen to. But Yeah, y'all get where I'm going with this?
I totally understand.
I have to
totally
like
understand.
you in order to DJ for you. So
Yeah, not like your personality, but you gotta make some good music.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be standing there like bored with some headphones on, just playing your music. Like I want to be able to like bop a little.
So what we got next? Like what's next? I hate when rappers do that shit on
No,
performance.
you know who did that? Who I love as an artist, but I hated that he did that?
Who?
Absol.
Absolutely. Hurt my heart.
Oh my God. Just
Hurt
do the
my
whole
heart.
song and then the song goes like, yeah, what we pulling up next? I'm like, Absol, you better than this.
Oh, hey, I saw that shit, man.
If you want to, and make sure you check your Twitter DMs, like, because somebody might hit you up to DJ for their show, and then you might not check the DM, and then you'll miss it. And then years later, you'll start working with them and be like, oh man, I'm sorry, I meant to check my DM. Remember that, Hometown? This nigga Hometown sent me a message to DJ for him at the Orpheum, and I did not check my Twitter DM. Years later, he hits me up about Beats and Chill, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. And then when I saw he hit me about Beats and Chill, I saw that he asked me to DJ this show like a year or two ago. Boy, I felt bad. So make sure you check in all the DMs, because one might get lost, and it might be somebody you really want to DJ for. Nonetheless, we still here at Beats and Chill, so everything worked out. But yeah, check all your DMs, T.
My God.
Working on it.
Is there like a I want to say like a dream set or like festival that is on like your goal list, that's on your vision board?
I think it's kind of hard to say what festival, because literally they be coming out with festivals, all kinds of festivals every year.
Right.
It's crazy. I mean, Coachella would be cool, but Coachella is
straight
like
to the top.
Coachella is like
Coachella.
Coachella is like a mixture of crowds, and like I don't know. That's, you know what? You're right. I did go to the top. Let me go down a little bit.
Oh man, I ain't mad at it though. I ain't mad.
Of course, I would want to do something like Rolling Loud. You know, it started in Miami. I feel like it's only right that I would, want to DJ there. Camp Flog Gnaw. I've personally been to Camp Flog Gnaw, and I loved it every single year. Every year. And he has like a stage specifically for DJs. So, he kind of shines a light for DJs. And yeah. And that's my kind of people. I love Tyler, the creator. That's his festival. So
make sure you don't play no Drake out there. Boo your ass right the fuck off the stage.
That's crazy. I was there to see that, and I was like, this is really happening right now. I was happy to see him. I was like, all right, Drake, cool. And people
that boy really so you was out there for that?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, so how long was he out there?
So this is what happened. It was supposed to be like special guests, but we didn't know who it was. But people automatically think every year that's going to be Frank.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean. So they had their mindset on Frank Ocean, like, it's going to be Frank. It can't be nobody else but Frank. So the first guest he brought out was Lil Uzi. He was on there for about 5 minutes. He did like 2 songs. Then the second guest was A$AP Rocky. He was on there for about 5 minutes too, like did 2 songs. Mm-hmm. Then Drake came out. He stayed on for, I kid you not, like 10 minutes. People was over there like, no, you had your time. Bring out Frank. So people started going crazy. Drake was like, all right, this is going to be my last song. No. He was like, I'm going to play another song for y'all. And everyone was like, no, we want Frank. So I guess Drake got like sad. And then he was like, all right, thank you for your time. I'm out. So he left. Nobody came out for a good 5 minutes. And I'm like, you know how they have those screens at the festivals for people in the back? It was like, the show's over, drive home safely. And this was like the last day of the festival. We was like, what is going on? The show wasn't even over, but they just ended it after him. I was like, this is crazy. Y'all really just booed this man off stage? I like you.
What was the conversation in the crowd after like they booed Drake and then they realized like there really wasn't no Frank? Like that's what I've really ever since I got like wind of what happened, I wanted to know like what the Tyler fans, what were they saying when it was like, oh, we really gotta go home? Like, cause I know you overheard a lot of stuff.
Right. And it was more so people in the front acting crazy. I was more like in the middle. So the people in the middle, we was vibing. We was like, all right, Drake, bet. Drake was doing like some timeless songs.
Yeah.
He was really doing his thing. So people in the front was just like, they was really acting a fool. And like, you know how they have like the barriers between the artist and the stage? Yeah. Tyler was in between. So Tyler was hearing everything that everybody was saying, and he was like really pissed. Oh. And that's why he was on Twitter kind of like ranting a little bit. I don't know if y'all seen that, but
yeah.
The people in the middle, we was fine. I ain't gonna lie, I thought Frank was gonna be there too. I thought he was gonna be there too. I was like, all right, bet.
I mean, but Drake ain't a bad secondary.
Right. And I honestly think somebody else could have been after Drake. They just didn't give him the opportunity to bring out somebody else because they acted so crazy. I heard they was up there throwing stuff on stage.
Damn,
they was really acting fool. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It was crazy. And then where we was at the Dodger Stadium, you can't really get phone signal out there. So as soon as we got to the car, Twitter was just blowing up like, Drake gets put off stage. I'm like, y'all are fast with it. They are really fast with it.
I heard Soulja Boy was next.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
You're supposed to come out and they were supposed to do tell me what's really going on. Oh, my whole motherfucking flow.
Word.
Let's kiss me through the phone.
You know, it's 2 festivals on my bucket list that I gotta attend. It's that one, Camp Flog Gnaw, and then I gotta go to something in the
water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something in the water.
Yeah, I was definitely trying to go this year, but
yeah, I think I would enjoy Camp Flog Gnaw for real. It's nothing too crazy. They can get crazy, but it's
and the Cali weather is amazing.
Right.
As always.
Right. For sure.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a crazy experience. I never thought I'd see Drake in person get booed off stage.
Me neither.
I'm like, what are y'all booing for? Straight.
You know what else? You know what else I never thought I'd see?
That.
Will Smith looking hurt when Jada said she was in entanglement. So T, how do you feel about that? What was your
Okay, so first question. Were they in an open relationship or not?
Well,
because I don't agree with that.
They want a break though.
Yeah, what they said, they were separated, and she did her, and he did him.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like they were trying to get back together. He was like, "Oh, we done with this shit. We just ain't filed for divorce yet. But I'm done with your ass." And immediately it went to they both doing them. I think low key he was like, a singer, you finna do an R&B.
You finna do a famous motherfucker. You should have fucked the nigga at CVS.
Man.
Hey, but so okay, you don't agree with open relationship?
Not at all. What's the point?
You're right. I'm the same way. But what'd you see first? Did you see August saying what he was saying first, or did you see the whole? All right. So when August started saying that stuff, what was you? Take us into the mind of Atika's tour.
I was like, where that at? Why she ain't saying that? She was quiet for a few days. I was like, we need confirmation. What's going on?
Black Tudor came for that ass, and they was like,
Black Tudor
say something.
Came for that
right?
Ass. With the jokes.
I haven't heard of August Alsina in years. So I was like, why is this man trending?
I can't breathe, this motherfucker.
That's one.
He did say that. He did.
D, you got that. What you said is true because like he got an album coming out. So
that's what I'm saying. Could this be a publicity stunt?
Like yo, keep the third eye open, stay woke, son.
My Neil Glenn.
Hey,
Burning
got an album coming out, but Jada did put it on him. Kegel did up, had him crying. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Entangled.
Oh yeah. He was always entangled.
He had a whole interview about how like this was such an experience that he had never invested himself in.
Yeah.
And she had the smallest time red table talk and basically said
with her husband.
it was an entanglement. And that nigga said, Jada, an entanglement. Like you don't say that you was going with this nigga.
I felt bad. I felt bad for my dog Will. Dog. He was sitting there. You know it hurt, man. You know it burned.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was that hurt. I think he was just more embarrassed. Like I told you shouldn't have did the R&B single. You should have went to the nigga from Home Depot. You want to do the singer. You know what I mean? Cause I'm pretty sure he up with somebody else.
Light-skinned nigga with braids, like what? What's the name of this dude that be making them? Tyler Perry. Go get you the dude that do right. Light-skinned nigga with braids. Every Tyler Perry movie.
Oh my god.
But it's weird. It was weird watching the whole Red Table Talk because it's like they're actors at the end of the day.
Right.
So
this is
true.
Like,
I feel like at the end of the day they can like dip into their actor bag and cover up. Even though they're talking about a real situation, I feel like they can cover up how they really feel on camera. You know what I mean? So it's like we'll probably never get a raw reaction. But I just thought it was funny when she was kind of tripping over her words because she kept saying entanglement. And what we had was an entanglement. He was like, entanglement.
Just say you was fucking the nigga. That's what he wanted to say. Just say you was fucking that nigga. That's what he wanted to say.
It was bad because I was like, man, I wish he stopped saying this word because it's making her look bad.
It's making her look real bad.
Making her look bad, man. You know, but I mean.
You know, he wanted to go West Philadelphia, born and raised. He was fucking that nigga all of them days.
It was, oh, man.
Yeah, it was tough.
Damn. What's some, oh, since we talked about it earlier, Kid Cudi just released information. He dropped Man on the Moon 3. He talked about it on Twitter. Any Kid Cudi? He literally just said earlier today. Like,
hey man, she quarantined, man. You know she quarantined. Hey, she's staying away from everything. Social media, social distance, all that shit out the window.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I just bought I bought the first Man on the Moon vinyl record. You know, I've been buying vinyl records just so I'm gonna decorate my new apartment and put them shits on the wall and shit. But
you better buy you a record player too, nigga. Don't be
what
like
do you mean?
I don't listen to. I get it for the art. You know what I mean?
There's good ones on Amazon.
Right? I'm about to buy one.
Yeah.
As long as I got this bad bitch right here. You know what I mean?
That's what you gonna put. Hey, you made a bad one. Got a life together. All of that shit. And you be like, oh, you got the Kid Cudi vinyl? Oh, because she know about music.
Listen to
and then
it.
she gonna be like, let's pull it out. What you gonna do? Pull out the motherfucking JBL charge. What we gonna? I got it right here on Spotify.
First what I'm gonna say is,
nigga, you gonna get McDonald's too with your cheap ass?
First, what I'm gonna say is, baby, it's plastic wrap. I'm not opening that. That's your goddamn mind. You think I'm opening for records, all right? Like, go and sit that on down over there.
Wait, so you gonna hang them up in the plastic?
Yeah, I never take out the plastic. I have the only one that I bought used off of somebody. Well, it was gifted to me that it was bought used from somebody was the Pimp a Butterfly vinyl I got. But they bought it from someone. Got a good deal on it. You know what I mean? They gave it to me as a gift. So that's the only one that's not like wrapped. You know what I mean? Everything else is still like in a plastic.
Just be aware, man. You get you somebody cultured and they gonna want to hear it. Be ready.
Well, they ain't for me. Where do I have a say in it? You know what I mean?
Listen, buy a record player.
Let me see you let a dime go because you didn't want to pull something out the shrink wrap.
Had to be done. Had to be done. You know what I mean? Speaking of verses, T.I. calls out 50 Cent.
Who y'all got?
What?
T.I. calls out 50 Cent.
What is going on?
You know what I mean? So, you know, T.I. is like, T.I. talks weird where I feel like
he talks like a walking dictionary.
He does, but he kind of has like this weird thing where I feel like he's talking to hear himself, and y'all just around if y'all hear me. You know what I mean?
I can see.
Like he was like walking, he was pacing back and forth. He was like, "Hey, 50, pull up on me." I'm like, why is he talking like that?
Hey, you know his kid, you know being his child, it got to suck when he about to scold you. Oh my God.
I remember when he was on the
again.
Remember when he spoke during the riots and he had that weird ass fucking City Trend shirt on, and he was like, man, y'all need to go home because y'all messing up black businesses down here. This ain't what we do. It's black businesses down there. And he was like, and then walked off. I'm like, what? With T.I. right now, dog. Like, this is one of the coolest niggas we ever had in the South, and this nigga's tripping.
Hey,
I'm like, man. But he called out 50 Cent.
And then 50
I don't think it's
Cent
gonna
put
happen.
up the Crime Stoppers.
I don't think the T.I. 50 Cent verse is gonna happen, but it was funny to see T.I. go off and say, hey, pull up on me. But apparently, you know, people think it might happen. I don't know. Have you had, when was the last verses? Was it the
Jada Fab?
That was the last one?
Yeah.
T, did you watch that one?
Nope.
5G.
I heard he was drunk though. I heard he was drunk though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Jada was enjoying himself. Jada was enjoying himself.
Yes, sir.
It's a good battle though. If you pull it up on YouTube, I think you'll enjoy it.
I think it's
a
only
great
good
battle.
because Jada Kid sounds funny when he's drunk. If I could just hear his voice during that whole verses, I'm dying laughing. That shit was the most entertaining shit I've heard. I was like, wow, that's some funny shit right there. I would hear this drunk nigga talk all the time.
I think the funniest verses I've seen was Ludacris and Nelly.
Yeah.
I watched that one. That was hilarious.
This nigga was on the IG line like this. Like this all the time. Like he was like, hey boy, I fuck with that one. Hey. I'm like, what's wrong? What is wrong with our stars, man? What's going on?
People, they are regular people.
Yeah, no.
And Ludacris is a stand-up guy because he was just like, nigga, if you don't get this shit together.
He's like, we gonna wait. I know the weather bad over there.
You gonna wait. All I heard from Luda was, I'm gonna get my nigga some help.
That's
All
it.
I heard, man. I'm like, God damn, man. Damn, what else came out? Oh, other bullshit that we heard. Now we got to get into coonery. All right, so coonery information I done seen was you got Terry Crews.
Coonery information.
Coonery info. You had Terry Crews. He got called up by Don Lemon and Royce. Royce the 5'9" called him out.
Yeah.
To be honest though, like this is the weirdest shit ever because why are we listening to Terry Crews?
Because he talking.
I know, but like,
and ain't nothing happening.
Why is he being invited on like the news? This nigga was doing this shit in like white.
He sure was.
Like what? I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Man, to me, the white people always invite who they feel comfortable with and who they feel like they can control.
Agreed.
So that's why they invite him.
This nigga said some white dude touched his balls in front of his wife at a party. And ever since then, he just been on the news talking about shit. And I'm like, I don't fucking get it.
But did you see his response to, he was like, oh, like his response wasn't like, oh, I'm about to pull up on that nigga and whoop his ass.
Oh, he was like, if I do that, I'll get labeled this way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
what I chose to do is just not do anything. Son,
he involved himself, like he became like I'm in the Me Too thing.
Yeah.
And somebody Me Too'd against his ass. With a show or something, I can't remember. Like a cast.
D.L. Hughley pulled him up. That's what happened. D.L. Hughley pulled him up. It's like, so a white man can touch your balls, but a black man say something about you, and then you gonna get at them. That's what D.L. Hughley said, and I was like,
it's just I just don't understand why Terry Crews is on any news network.
I just told you why. White people, if they are cool with you and they feel like they can control your narrative somewhat, and you're black, you can come on any news outlet you want. he's not openly saying. Go ahead, Jeff.
I said they probably loved him on White Chicks.
That too. That too. As subtle and meaningless as that is, I totally agree.
Did anybody catch the Lil Wayne and 50 Cent clip of Lil Wayne's Young Money?
I gotta watch it because that's just like an hour long. That's just like an hour 50 minutes long.
There's a clip of them talking about like black women and then like women they think are exotic, and it was mainly 50 Cent. And they came after Wayne and 50. It was like, oh, black women get mad because we date other foreign women. It's like I'm around y'all all the time. I'm around y'all all the time. So when I see this foreign woman, she look exotic. What the fuck? And it was like, oh shit, man. Like I ain't gonna be able to have no fucking fan. Like I can't have no favorites. Like everybody. These niggas is killing themselves, man. It's like rappers stop getting podcasts. All right, if you became a successful rapper, Joe Budden's an anomaly. All right, we gotta because Nicki Minaj got a radio station. See where that went. You know what I mean?
That's like, Nicki Minaj rant radio because that's all she be doing.
And it's like, oh man, like rappers having podcasts and radio stations right now. It's not.
But if he being 100, he being 100. I mean, that's how he feels. Why somebody got to be wrong for how they feel?
It's not necessarily wrong with how you feel. It's just that if you're you can be attracted to who you are attracted to. But I think the colorism, the whole thing that they were saying was that, or people, because I get my news from Twitter. It was the colorism aspect of it. You know what I mean? So they was like, and here go Lil Wayne over there agreeing and laughing when he got a whole beautiful dark skinned daughter that's a grown woman. You know what I mean? And then they start pulling up his quotes, or like his rap quotes. And I know, just like, if you're Wayne head like me, I knew exactly the one they was gonna pull up.
Bitch look better red.
Lord have mercy. Yep. It's happening. It's happening, Lord. Oh, I remember when I heard it back then, I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, I heard it. I was like,
that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem, but
he was fine hot at the time, so ain't nobody want to touch it.
But that's a whole topic too, the whole colorism thing, and it's like, it's real, but it's like, man, it's tough to have that conversation. And
I'm gonna share something because
oh shit,
everybody talks about no, it's real shit. This is a life experience. So everybody talks about how actors, all they do is they get with white women, this and that, right? So I used to be like that too. Like, damn, actors getting them with white women. So I have one friend who's like pursuing acting like heavy to the point where he graduated here in Florida, and then he went to pursue his master's of acting in UK. So he went over there, and I was like, you in London? Hey, I'm finna go, man. So I went to visit him in London, right? And nobody, there's none of us around. It's me, him, probably like one other black dude, and everybody else is either Indian, from Turkey, a bunch of other Europeans, Caucasus Mountains, you know what I'm saying? All of them, right? And as far as women, there's no black women, like people that he sees every day in class, in and out of class. And I was like, yo, dog, hey, there's any like black chicks you go to school with? He's like, nah, none. He goes,
so you think it's a proximity issue?
Definitely a proximity. Like I saw it myself because he was like taking me like, all right, I'm finna go here with my classmates, finna do this stuff for my class. I'm gonna bring you around because I still gotta go, but at least if you there, you know what I'm saying? We can chill and dip, whatever. And afterwards, it's just like there was nobody there. I didn't see like anybody black till we like got out in the streets or whatever. But when you sit there and you think about when you go to school or the classes you had, think about who was around you. And that's usually who you picked from. Usually people, when they go to college and they're going to class, they pick from whoever's around them. So if they have a diverse group around them, then you have a diverse amount of people to pick from. But if you only have like one select few to pick from,
Right.
It's like it gets hard. So I was like, dang, so it really do be like this. He goes, yup. He goes, I seen plenty of dudes like white chicks, and he goes, I say all the time, I'm gonna be that guy. Nah, I'm gonna give me a sister. He goes, but I can't find any. Like I literally have to go find one on purpose. It can't be one that we have a common ground or whatever, and we just hear like, it'd be nice to be like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? And let's like start talking. But it's tough. Now, as far as specifically saying, no, I want me a rare one, like that's too far. So I can understand where like 50 and Weezy, they kind of out of there with that.
Yeah, because I saw something else on Twitter. Somebody posted a list of rappers that all date like light skinned or white women, right? There's like all these date light skinned or white women. And Talib Kweli was part of the list. And then that shit trickled into a whole Talib Kweli got a baby on the way from a side piece. And I was like, oh. Dog. I was like, bro, I swear to God, every day I get on Twitter, I'm just like, y'all got J. Cole ass up out of here last month. I was hoping to God, like, please don't say that. You know what I mean? It's like every day there's a new favorite of mine that's just getting their ass up out of here. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo.
Hey,
but you know, the whole, like I said, that coloring shit is like, it's a thing. And it's a thing. I think go both ways. I remember talking to Pat about this the other day. I was like, man, you know, you got like I remember not just women I dated, but just women I know that are light skinned. That's like, oh, I wouldn't date no light skinned man. Well, like dating somebody like they could be my brother. You know what I mean? Like I heard that. You know what I mean?
Yep. There's a chick I knew in college. She was from Canada. She wasn't like dark or whatever, but she was like a little bit lighter, long curly hair or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then like, you know, she had the looks. So, you know, he was in there like, yo, what's up? And then she was with the, oh, you too dark. I said, oh, you racist? Oh, immediately. Immediately. I was like, oh, you racist? And then she was flat out was like, yeah, I don't want my child to have hair that's harder than mine. All that shit. Wow. And I was like, damn, son. So I ain't never let it go. Every day I would see her, I'd be like, hey, we got a racist in the mix. Fuck it, I don't care. You want to claim it? Let's be racist then. But she stood firm. And now she got a little like half a Caucasian boy or whatever that she ended up getting married to. I ain't mad at it. But as much as it is on one side, it's gonna be just that much on the other side. And people always try to put like, oh, black man, this, that, whatever. There's a select group of people that are women, black or not, that prefer, I just want a other race of person. That's their preference, son. Like, I don't understand why we won't continue to like get mad at it. Yo, let it go. I think if you want a specific race, you get you that race and you be happy.
But I think what people are looking at is the what does the preference stem from? You know what I mean? Does the preference stem from you thinking that light is better, or you think that you're if a non-person of color or a white person that is going after, like, say, a dark skin or a Spanish woman that's dating like a dark skinned dude, then you hear that type of woman or racial woman are fetishizing black men, right? You have got, like you say, just like Lil Wayne mentioned, like, oh, he going after the red bones, this, and the third, you know what I mean? Or you got guys that's like, you may got like a white guy or a non-black guy or whatever that's going after like darker women. And then once again, it's the fetishizing. Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm not saying that right.
We understand what you're saying.
But it's like you have that comes up again. You know what I mean?
But does it to me, I place a small amount of importance on shit like that for other people. Like, if that's your reason, I will let you know you probably shouldn't think like that, or you shouldn't think like that, X, Y, and Z, give them the reasons, and I'm gonna go about my day. Like, people are sitting here literally trying to force people to think like them. We not gonna do that. Like, okay, just like you said, like, oh yeah, okay, a white girl want a black dude. I want a black dude. And it's like, why? Because I like black dudes or whatever, this and that. So you don't like white dudes? If she says, no, I don't like white dudes, I want black dudes, give her the reasons why she shouldn't think like that. But don't sit here and force that woman to be like, no, you need to like your own race because of X, Y, and Z. Like, that's a lot of energy that you expounded. Like, if you want to do that, some people will be receptive, some people aren't. If they're not receptive, get your foot off their neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's me. That's me. If somebody, a lot of people don't listen. Americans gonna American. It's gonna be like that forever. So that's that. Like, let them know why they wrong, and that's that. Like, keep it moving. I think, like I said before, there's a lot of people that place too much attention on the negative and not enough on the positive. So I think if more people started placing more attention on the positive, we'd be way better off. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why, if say, you know how you said a Spanish chick going out with a black dude, she's fetishizing him, she wants him for whatever. How do we know that he was not like a funny guy and she likes him for him, and niggas used to treat her like shit, or white guys or Spanish guys or whatever, and she literally likes him for him? Like, it's automatically goes to like a negative connotation. You know what I'm saying?
I think anytime you talking about anything that deals with race, it's never going to be a full positive conversation. Or like, if you talking about anything that's like not even going back to like 60s or whatever the fuck, but just anything, right? Like, I've been in an interracial relationship before. I dated a girl who's Mexican. You know what I mean? And but I didn't think nothing was wrong with it. Now her people, like she was like true blood Mexican. Like her mama and daddy Mexican. She wasn't no mixed breed or none of that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like I was like, man, you know, I'm only into like Latin women. You know what I mean? It wasn't a thing like
whoever looked good and treat you right.
But I feel like that goes with a person's. I think you gotta look at patterns. Sometimes a person don't realize you are like doing some weird shit. But you gotta look at the person's pattern. If you look at, okay, I dated me and this black woman dated. I dated 3 black girls. Then I was talking to this white girl, and I talked to this Mexican girl. Then I started dating black girl. Right? You look at my pattern. Oh, okay, well, obviously he you know, he don't just like black girls, but he may date other women, right? But if let's say that girl, that Latin woman or Spanish woman rather, she has a history of only dating black men, right? And then like, let's say her parents, they want her to date in the blood, date Mexican. You know what I mean? Date a Latino man. You know, and if she continues to date black men, now it looks weird. It looks weird. Now you're like, are you sure you just like black men, or are you sure there's something that deals with something deeper? You know what I mean? And that could be a fetishizing thing. That could be just another. It's a very complex conversation.
Or it could be that black men treat her the best out of all the men she's been with.
According to our women, can't be. Say that right now. Can't be. All right.
Yikes! COUTURE, you like white boys?
Not at all. I know we're talking about this right now, but
she like, get me off of this now.
I have my reasons.
Hey man, that's cool. You have your reasons, and that be that.
Said neither do I.
Hey. How y'all feel about basketball finna kick back up? They got everybody back.
What was that?
They got everybody back. I mean,
how y'all feel about that?
It's not that big of a deal for me. I mean, I appreciate it. I love basketball, you know, but I understand if the players don't want to play, cool, I get it. You know what I mean? But it's like, yo, like, at the same time, I was talking to the gang about this, and like, these niggas, this is their job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I got a job.
Factually
I'm able to work during the pandemic. I can work like nothing during the pandemic. They make it efficient for me to be able to work. If the league makes it efficient for them to work and they want to work, I understand that. You know what I mean?
Have you heard that?
Like having fans all in the stands and all of that, you know, maybe not even broadcasting the games and stuff like that. I can understand that is an issue because we're distracting from issues of Black Lives Matter, the police brutality issues, and other things going on in this world, like Wayfair selling expensive ass cabinets
with the names of people that's missing. I'm like, what the fuck? T, hey, wait, before we get into that, T, you watch basketball, or are they playing too close for you to be safe?
No, I don't actually. But I mean, if it's on, I'll watch it. And like I know what's going on, but no.
If they would have invited you to DJ at the Bubble,
which is like a secluded basketball area where they be playing games at.
You know, I might.
I would have pulled up. I ain't even gonna try. I would have went with my mask. And been killing it.
I might
but back,
yeah, but I can't pass that up.
Yeah, I can't pass that up either. Straight up and down. I catch me a piece of Rona for that. I know that bag.
Put it like that.
Hey man, my immune system is strong.
I catch a piece of Rona for that. Rona, like you showing me?
When you put it like that, I might have to.
What you say, nigga?
You're like, But back to what you said about these cabinets, man. Well, what the heck? I saw it on Twitter, and then I was like, "Is this a joke?"
Right.
Hey, man.
Did anybody else see it? Because I saw it, and I was like, the missing person, and then they had the name of the cabinet, and I was like,
dope.
Somebody out here photoshopping shit?
As a conspiracy guy, I will go down rabbit holes on Twitter and YouTube on conspiracy. Right? I will hashtag WarfareGate on Instagram and just go through certain stuff until I freak myself out.
This nigga hometown.
The shit is linking. The shit is all equaling up, man. You know what's been bothering me? Like y'all been seeing the Britney Spears. She be doing a hey, and then she walk off. She looks like she needs help. Something's wrong with Britney.
She looks lost. Like she like her eyes have no soul. I was looking and I was like, she was dancing like in her house, and I was like, what the fuck is she doing?
Now I don't know if it's just me, and this may be a little side note, but I never noticed that she had no ass before. But that's just me now. I guess when I was young.
I've been there. I ain't even gonna cap.
I didn't realize that she was built like a box of cereal. I didn't realize that. But
built like a box of what?
Like a box of cereal. But that's beside the point. So there's this thing, right?
Not even the big box either. We talking about Frosted Mini Wheats.
So check out. I'm gonna bring this back. I'm a full circle this. You know what I mean? So check out. So you got Hillary that's going to court about this sex trafficking shit, right? Mm-hmm. And they sex trafficking kids, young as a motherfucker, and teenagers, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. She got the brace on, but they saying other celebrities like Ellen DeGeneres got the brace on too. Yeah. She got the brace on, and other celebrities as well.
Wait. Hillary, what the brace? For the people that are listening that don't know what the brace is, what you talking about? Like a bracelet or what?
What is it called? I don't know what the term is. I ain't never been locked up before. What's it called? The ankle monitor. They got an ankle monitor.
Oh my God.
Ankle monitor.
Just trying to clarify for everybody to have a full understanding. We are open to everybody on the Beats and Chill listening sites. And when we say the brace, we talking about the Tekashi 6ix9ine ankle monitor.
The ankle monitor, yes indeed, sir. Thank you, sir, for helping me clear that up, sir.
No problem, sir. Continue.
So Hillary got this shit going on because apparently that's what the emails that she deleted were about. Now, that also has to deal with ICE and the Mexican families and children that are entrapped in ICE's possession that have been, apparently, we lost 1,500 kids. We don't know where they at. Right? So you got that. Then Then you got fucking Wayfair matching the names of these. I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollar cabinets that look like regular shit you can get from fucking Walmart for like at least 50 to 60 bones that are listed in the names of some of the women that have been missing, right? So, and it's not just cabinets, it's pillows, shit like that. If you do like price, if you go on like the website and then you do the pricing chart and it go from high to low, where you show the most expensive stuff first, that's how that people were seeing that shit. So then so now we got Britney, right? And I'm gonna show you how the shit is weird.
Please, because I'm lost right now.
Britney Spears,
Britney.
And then you got what's the other white sensation? The young boy, Justin Bieber.
Oh,
right.
The young boy.
I'm telling you, I've been doing this shit. I've been doing this longer than you.
That boy putting them things together. You know, like when the police do be having all the pins and all the street maps.
That's for me. Well, my iPhone was like, your usages went up by 75%. I'm like, well, that's why. So, on I think Britney Spears, she's been doing that on TikTok, right? And Justin Bieber, he went on IG Live, and they said that his song "Yummy" is low key about the whole sex trafficking and shit.
All right, see.
All right, you gotta let me cook, bro. You gotta let me cook. Let me cook. Let me serve this up.
I need to listen.
So they say the song. They say the song "Yummy" is him low key trying to expose the entertainment industry on how they're involved in sex trafficking.
Did you call it him?
Huh?
Did you just call it him?
Who you talking about?
The song. You called it a hymn?
No, the Yummy song.
Oh, okay.
So the artwork of the song "Yummy," it's like a lot of pizza references in it, right? They're saying that there's a popular pizza spot in DC, right? That they would have these certain people like on a status of like the dude Epstein and shit, right? Who is, of course, known, had documentaries on his ass about being involved in this shit, along with the lady who just got arrested, who also is known with celebrities and figures in politics, that these people would meet casually at this pizza restaurant. Apparently, people have heard of people going missing from that location, right? Like it's like some trade, like some link up trade and shit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So on the Yummy video, it's weird. Like he has like symbolism or whatever, where he has kids performing wearing like adult clothes. Remember like the Biggie video where he had the kids dressed up like him or whatever performing the song? Like they dressing like they're adults. The kids are performing like girls dressed up in like gowns and shit, and the guys and whatnot. They're performing in front of like real older people, right? They're performing on stage, but in front of like older adults, not like around our age, like people that's like old as hell, right? And so people was, connecting these dots, right? Doing the conspiracy thing. So when Justin Bieber went on IG Live, y'all might laugh at me, but
I'm trying my hardest.
Okay. So somebody said on the IG Live, there was like, Justin Bieber, move your hair if the stories or the conspiracies about the Yummy song are true. And he did it. Right when they said it, he did it.
There, come on.
His forehead wasn't itchy.
No, he moved his hair. No, he had a hat on. It was like, adjust your hat if you think if the stories about the Yummy video are true. And he moved his hat. Now, how that relates to the Britney thing with the TikTok? They told I don't know. You can't go on live on TikTok. Maybe it wasn't TikTok. Maybe it was IG.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
So maybe it was TikTok, but if she was on live and they told her, she was like coming out and like doing clothes or whatnot or whatever, and they told her, they did the same thing. It was like if it's like basically if you're in danger or some shit or whatever, or if something is like if you're in danger or whatever, wear a yellow shirt. I swear to God. swear to God, that's what happened.
No, this what you spend your time doing?
No. All I'm saying is.
Yes.
All I'm saying. These are very weird coincidences, man. Hillary Clinton is on trial about sex trafficking.
Yes.
Okay.
She was just
I'll take that all day. Hillary
She was just running for presidency 4 years ago, and it has not been on the news.
Yeah.
Look, if they're really trying to tell people something, I want Justin Bieber and Britney Spears to make a song together.
We gotta say it on live. That's the thing.
This tinfoil hat ass nigga hometown. You gotta say it on live because the frequencies ain't gonna match up, and then it ain't gonna be in the atmosphere.
So without it being seen on Twitter and Instagram, if I would say, hey man, I was over here doing some apartment shopping, I fucked around, and I hit high to low on the prices, and they got fucking pillows named after this one girl that's missing in Chicago, and I seen another one as another girl missing in Michigan. What's going on?
That's weird, and I'll give you that. But this nigga shaking his hat and this bitch wearing a yellow shirt.
So I'm gonna give you the end all reason that I've seen why they're saying why people are being abducted, children specifically. And it's gonna freak you guys out. It might not freak you. You're just gonna laugh at me, like Raul always does. Basically, there's this thing, and this is weird. This is why I don't want to look at this no more. They're saying that children, the younger the child, the better. Where it's they're using their blood.
Dude, I knew you was about to say something.
That's
like
what I heard. It's chemical in the child's blood that they use. They drink it or some shit or whatever. And it's like
ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe this is my friend.
I thought it was a motherfucking safe space.
You got time.
I thought it was a motherfucking safe space.
And he logged off.
They started that. They was exposing way too much.
Oh, guess what?
Too much, man. He said
put on my glasses. He got kicked off because it was conspiracy. Because he was saying too much frequency in the wavelength. I'm gonna tell you something. Area 51, they got wind of him talking all that shit. Britney Spears and Justin Bieber. The frequencies hit their telephones. And you know what? Bam, got him kicked off.
Damn, man.
This nigga really cannot. Now, to piggyback off of what he said, I do think that whole selling the furniture and the names of the people that are missing, that is weird. And the fact that it's selling for so high, to me, it's like you're buying that person. You're buying a missing person. So I totally agree that that's very weird.
Very strange. If y'all see my name on the pillow, please buy it, okay?
I'm gonna have to go get me a loan. So what you talking about?
Try to go on me for my pillow.
Yeah, man, that's great. We off of that. I'm gonna tell you right now. He went too far. I do want to see what Smokey Robinson, did he just release that song about gang banging?
What are you talking about?
I was on Twitter. I was on Twitter and Smokey Robinson got a song like gang banging. And I was like, how old is this? Apparently, yeah. You used to watch videos back in the day of like somebody trying to like show like somebody selling drugs or doing something wrong. It's like terrible acting. That's exactly what it looks like. And Smokey Robinson is sitting here singing about gangbanging. And I was like, wait. I'm going to come back to that, ladies and gentlemen.
Man.
Did they kick you off? They kicked you off because you was telling the truth? They kicked you off because you was telling the truth, huh?
Hey, my brother, you seen it for yourself.
Oh man,
Make me
next week,
scared,
next week,
boy.
next week.
What happened, man? What happened, bro?
Like, I got abducted.
What happened?
A bunch of
I'm gonna tell
aliens,
the truth,
Naruto
bro.
run into my house, and they picked me up.
Oh man. Hey, hometown.
All I can do is speak my truth, my brother.
Hey, hometown. I do believe you about the Oprah, the Ellen. Like I do believe all that shit is true. No lie.
What they did?
My brother.
Oprah?
They all got the ankle monitors.
Yeah, Oprah too.
They
Oprah
what?
too.
They all got the ankle monitors. They all on house arrest.
Yeah.
We all are.
He converted.
Sorry, sir. I didn't know they was on house arrest. But I know Oprah don't. I don't like Oprah because she don't like rap.
I don't like her anyway. So that might be true.
You don't like rap, but you let everybody be jumping up and down your couch.
Makes me think of a song that I heard recently that just brings joy to my heart.
What song is that? I would like to hear, sir.
Gang banging.
Yeah.
Smoking that smoke.
Dog, what is that? What label is that on? Like,
I don't know, but that shit.
The video is what killed me though.
Somebody finna flip that mug. Boy, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
You gotta get iMarquis on that beat. iMarquis. You know, get motherfuckers dancing and shit.
Bro,
yeah, Bugs Bunny juking on that bit.
Somebody finna flip that bit, boy. I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing.
COUTURE gonna flip it. Watch.
I was on it first.
No, iMarquis gonna do his thing already. He be fast with it
too. Yeah, I'm like, yo, you remixed that already? iMarquis be on it, dog. I gotta give him his flowers. He be on it.
Man. Hey, man, so let's just try to wrap this up before we go. I want everybody to kind of just give some information, like give a song of whoever you've been listening to, local, popular, old, new. Give us a song or somebody, an artist that we should leave with today and listen to. Starting with Fofo. I know you about to say Boldy James. Say somebody else.
Local or just?
It don't matter.
It's a project that Bosco came out with. It's a female artist. I think she's from. I want to say the. Huh?
I love Bosco.
Yeah. She dropped her project. Let me see real quick. It's a really good project too. It's called Someday This Will All Make Sense.
I think I heard of that. I didn't listen to it, but I think I've seen that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really good project. Man, every song on there is good. Like no lie, I skipped no songs on there.
Well, I might. So whatever.
Every song is good.
This nigga is disrespectful.
Jazz, what you got? What you got, Jazz?
Well, I got an artist that I've been listening to named Chuck Indigo. He has an album called Indigo Cafe. He's one of the like underground artists I put on my music video countdown. I love that album though, so check it out.
Okay. I'll go next. I think I mentioned him earlier on, but Coach Tev out of Houston. Dude, dope. Shoot his own videos. He got a cool style. You know what I mean? He's what I consider a cool nigga rap. You know what I mean? He's part of the cool nigga rap sector of Houston. But check him out. And then Coach Tev, he got a EP out called Coach of the Year. So it's Coach Tev on Twitter. I think if you go on his Instagram, it's like his pinned tweet. It's his project. But yeah, I'm put him on playlist before and all of that. But somebody I really fuck with. So that's mine.
That's what's up.
No.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking.
I'm gonna go with this rapper called LES or Ellie Dollar Sign. He's between New Orleans and Houston. He's had a little run by doing songs with people. He did songs with Bumby, Crit, Dom, Matt, Chamillionaire, Freddie Gibbs before Freddie was like what he is now or whatever. He even went on tour with Freddie Gibbs. But he's really went an independent route as of late. And he's really just kind of running it up, dropping EPs, all kind of music. If you like new music, like every so often, this is definitely somebody you want to listen to. Matter of fact, he has a like I think a 7-track EP coming out with Bum B.
Okay.
So that should be cool. But yeah, LES or LE dollar sign. Just like Hometown said, it's cool nigga rap, very chill, a lot of jazz influenced beats, which is I love that. So y'all should give him a listen.
I won't go again for T. I'm sorry, T. I gotta go again. I just thought about somebody I was listening to. All right. I've heard of him before, but I never really listened to his music in whole. But I've been listening to this nigga music all fucking week. His real name is Chris McClenny, but he just go by his last name, McClenny.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yes, I love him.
I listened to his EP from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what the fuck is that shit called, man? I was listening to that
shit. He produces his own music too.
Yeah. Man, that nigga's shit is dope. But McClenny is the artist that I encourage people to go listen to. That motherfucker is amazing. He was actually he was on the first track on Wale shit, on the new EP that dropped. He was on that Moving Different record.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can barely hit him, motherfucker, but I mean, he was on there or whatever. But yeah, he got like
Is it called Love in the Sky? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that EP, bruh.
I got y'all beats and chill listeners. This nigga, he come with partial. I have to go ahead and fill it.
Well, thanks. But the EP is called I'm Not Here, but the song Love in the Sky is on there.
Oh,
the song Love in the Sky is on there. But yeah, it's like 5 songs, bruh. I've been playing that shit all fucking week. You know, I'm an emotional R&B nigga. You know how I am. You know what I mean?
Very much so.
So you know,
emotional.
You know what I mean?
Conspirator.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. Okay, T, you go. I'm sorry.
All right, I have like 3.
I knew you was gonna have a bunch. Go ahead.
Even though this came out like a long time, well, I won't say a long time ago, a couple weeks ago, the Freddie Gibbs and the
Alfredo. That shit be smacking. Go ahead.
Definitely, probably one of my top favorite artists albums this year.
Yes.
Karambin as well. If y'all don't know who that is, it is a band from Houston, Texas. Like 3 of them. It's a bass. How do you pronounce people that play bass?
Bassist.
I don't know how to pronounce bassist. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a man and a lady. They both play electric guitar. It's kind of like that classic soul and like that funk type. It's great. You should listen to it. They have a new album out right now. And then I don't know if you guys know who J Rob is. He's a producer. He's heavy on flips. He just released Trash 4. Huh? Yeah, he's great. He just released. Huh?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, he just released kind of like a flips mixtape called Trash 4.
Oh yeah, he released a little promo to it on SoundCloud the other day. Yeah.
It's out now, and I've been listening to that all day, and it's pretty good. So
I've been
heavy on that. I could name some more, but you should.
Go ahead.
I feel like he only go to one place in Florida,
Orlando.
And I feel like he just liked them. Cause I've been trying to book this nigga for years. That nigga's like, nah.
He got, you know.
Oh, he'll literally say no.
I feel a no response is a no to me. I make sure I put the dollar amount in the subject line. This is what we paying you, nigga. Come on, let's do it. Chop. Let's do it. But nah, that's tough. I'm gonna have to check that out. I've been meaning to check that out.
We gotta get him. We gotta get him because he's great. And I've seen him twice. Like he's not really on a like DJ type vibe. He'll play his own stuff, but he'll play it as if it were like a DJ set. It is really good. So, but I've seen him in Orlando. So hopefully we convince him to come over here.
All right.
Do I have any more? I'm trying to think. Tiana Taylor's album is really good.
Who?
Tiana Taylor.
Oh yeah. I listened to that album. Yeah.
Pretty good. Mm-hmm. I think that's it for now. I don't want to overload y'all with albums. There's so much good music out there. Go listen for yourself.
We're gonna post it on the Instagram, promo, and Twitter and all that. But for the recording, for those who just listen to our recorders on podcast, tell us what let the people know where they can find you.
On Instagram, COUTURE. That's T.COUTRE. Wow. Twitter, my first name, Tempest, and Couture. That's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else. I get on Facebook, but that's only for family, so don't try to add me.
Man,
You
well,
will not get a response.
I definitely appreciate you jumping on, T. You know I love you. Thank you so much for jumping on the pod with us. You know what I mean? Shout out to the fam. Shout out Raul, Fourfold Jazz. This is episode 12 of the Beats and Chill podcast. We record on Sundays. You will hear this on Monday. What's tomorrow? The 13th? So,
yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, do y'all taxes. Taxes due July 15th. Do your taxes, man.
You right. They sure is, dude.
Follow us on Instagram at beatsnchill, BEATSNCHILL 813, and just Beats and Chill on Twitter. We will be uploading our podcast also on. Oh shit, that went dark. Look
at that. They trying to get him out of there.
Britney
Spears coming for you.
God damn. We will be uploading anywhere you listen to podcasts, from Spotify, Apple, Anchor, Stitcher. We're there. We're also going to be bringing these episodes on YouTube as well, with some audio, and some are going to have the video. So I believe this episode will have the video because your boy got his MacBook back. But thank you guys so much for joining. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.